are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are SABRIC.
Everybody with a bank account is a target by fraudsters, especially when dealing with the common scams such as deposit and refund scams. Despite many warnings to the public, scams of this nature are still extremely prevalent. We have SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay in the loft to discuss the importance of being cautious to avoid falling victim to these types of crimes. Hello, welcome back.
Thank you, Jeannie.
What exactly is a deposit and refund scam?
So there's two parts to it, really. So the one covers the deposit scam. So what happens is that people or businesses advertise something for sale. You get the perpetrators, the criminal, responding very quickly, saying, yes, I'm going to buy this. Please send me your bank account details. I'll put the money in. They go ahead, they do that. They send you proof of deposit, right?
Okay.
That the money's in your account, and then you release the goods. You either allow them to pick it up, or you arrange for them to send someone to pick it up, but it all happens very quickly, and you're so pleased because they sent you proof that payment's been made into your account.
Yeah.
And what happens is that very soon after that, you realize that there's no money in your bank account, that it was a fake proof of payment, and that you without the goods, and of course you without the money. So that's an example of a deposit scam. On the refund scam, it could be a very similar thing where they're buying, and then they tell you, oh no, we're so sorry, we actually now no longer want to buy it. Please can you refund the money to us? And people go ahead and refund without actually checking to see that they have the money. So they play on your emotions again.
Yeah.
And what does the business do? They just respond by transferring the money into, and these days it's so easy with electronic transfers, you can do it so quickly. So that's part of the refund scam. So you're refunding something when in fact, the money hasn't even come into your account, yeah.
And is it only businesses that are at risk of this?
Not at all. So, you know, individuals like you and I could be advertising something for sale. We could be doing some transaction with someone.
Yeah.
We've even had instances of where catering companies have been victims as well, or an individual person who might be saying that they want to procure particular services because that company has advertised that it's so cheap.
Yeah.
You make a payment in, or they then will make a payment into a company. And what they do sometimes is that they may make a payment of a particular amount, but they'll increase it with an extra zero or something in the proof of payment. And then they'll say to you, oh, you know, we instead of paying this,
overpaid
we
you,
overpaid
won't you?
and we get it back.
No.
So make sure that the money is in the account and cleared for use.
But Kalyani, you know what it's like when you're busy and you're working and you're looking at the invoices and you quickly have a look, then it's done.
Sure.
So how else can it be avoided?
Unfortunately, no other way than to actually check that the money is in your account and that it's available. That's
where the criminals are smart, because they're relying on you just trusting that somebody's going to do the right thing.
And you can't trust the proof of deposit. That is key critical, because these days people can actually make documents, make it look like it's coming from an authentic place, and send it to you. I mean, we've seen many of it that's been done. These days, the criminals have become so sophisticated and smart that they produce a document that's so authentic looking. So don't believe the proof of payment. Rather be absolutely sure that the money is in your account and that it's available for use.
Yeah.
That's important.
That can't happen, though, with like banking EFTs.
Yes, with EFTs.
Because on your phone, when you get it, then you can trust
With the EFT, again, don't just believe the proof of transfer. Make sure that the money is available in the account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's a few days when the money's only available.
If it's different banks,
wait,
these days it's all pretty quick. But if it's different banks, yes.
Okay, that's amazing.
Wait for the money to be available. Yeah.
That is so scary, what fraudsters are able to do.
Unfortunately, they're pretty busy.
Yeah. How else can we stay protected?
So I think just, you know, always be vigilant. Your bank account should be under your control only.
Yeah.
You should know what goes into it and what comes out of it. You know, all the usual things about protecting your information. So we say to businesses, especially when it comes to the deposit and the refund scams, because most often the criminals do target businesses. We say to them, make sure that you have everybody trained, that your company's information is also protected. Because criminals are getting access to people that you're doing business with. They may have a record of all of that business's customers or debtors or whoever. So rather make sure everybody knows about these scams, that they know how to deal with it, that they don't just go and pay out.
Should that happen to you, how would you get your money and all your goods back?
Well, you're not going to get your goods back because it's going to be very difficult. You'll be very fortunate if you're able to. You must remember, they've most often with deposit scams, if they've run a scam and they lied to you about it, they're ready to take that money out the minute it gets there. Yeah. Unfortunately, most often, the scamsters operate very quickly. The minute the money is in their account or the account that's under their control, they withdraw it and off they're gone.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us today. You've got to stay so wide awake because these criminals are sharp. Now, emails are not going anywhere, and with almost every one of us having one, we are all easy targets. So join us next time when SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay comes through to discuss email hacking and what we need to do to protect ourselves from these hackers.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are SABRIC.